Please stand for the Peabody Veterans Memorial High School Junior ROTC Color Guard presentation of colors.
Peabody Veterans Memorial, one and only Full House.
Please welcome Mr. Tarallo, B House Dean of Students, for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Full House will now perform the national anthem.
Oh, sing, can you sing by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallant.
welcome for Principal Mr. Buckley.
Good evening. I think there are people out there. I'm not sure. We are under the lights right now, and it's incredibly bright up here. So after I finish, I may tinker with the lights a little bit, so I apologize for that. But we couldn't really see many of you. But anyways, I'd like to welcome the mayor, State Representative Walsh, who I know was on his way here. And like I said, I can't really see much, but I'm sure he's out there somewhere. Assistant Superintendent Murtagh, school committee members, Mrs. Carpenter, Mr. Arnodis, Mr. Amico, and Ms. Dunn, I think I saw her come in too, and also city council members, Mr. Rosignol, and did I miss anybody? These lights are now getting better. But parents, relatives, teachers, and most importantly, members of the Technical National Honor Society and National Honor Society. Welcome to Peabody Veterans Memorial High School. I'm Principal Buckley, and welcome to our annual ceremony. Before we continue, I'd just like to take a moment to commend all of the students here this evening for their significant achievements that have allowed them membership into the Technical National Honor Society and National Honor Society. Most people think that National Honor Society is just based on academics alone, but it's much more than that. Membership requires that students demonstrate other qualities such as leadership, service, and character. Your induction here means that you have demonstrated competencies in all of these areas, and that this is what you've been brought here tonight for some well-deserved recognition. So I ask you to continue to be leaders within our school and in our community. This is not the end of, it's at the start, obviously, of a nice accolades, being in your juniors and for the seniors that are here, but we also have to continue working on those other traits. Continue to lead in the community. Remember to thank those who inspired you and got you here to this moment. I see a lot of parents and other people here today. Make sure that you thank them this afternoon, or this evening. And we also, more importantly, help others. You've done a lot of community service work as the National Honor Society, and I know that you continue to do that, and that's one of the strengths of this group. So please, continue to help the less fortunate, and make sure that you help people that don't understand. So thank you. Tonight, we'll move this along. It's a nice ceremony. We have candles, and it'll go along very nicely. So at this time, I'd like to welcome, I'm actually sorry. Jason, you gonna do it? Sorry. I overstepped.
Of course. Please welcome the Honorable Mayor Betancourt to this evening's celebration.
Well, good evening, and I'm really happy to be here with all of you tonight, to be here with my fellow elected officials, and we have all the members of the school committee here, Mr. Hockman, Mr. Miko, Ms. Dunn, Mrs. Carpenter, Mr. Arnodis, Mr. Olympio, and then, of course, Tom Rosignol, who, although he's on the city council, I still consider him a school committee member. But on behalf of all of us, it's really my pleasure and privilege to congratulate all of our National Honor Society, National Technical Honor Society students. This is a wonderful moment, well-deserved accolades for you, and very proud to be able to be the one on behalf of the city to do that for you. It's not easy to be a young man, a young woman growing up. You have a lot of things being thrown at you, certainly your academics, your extracurricular activities, family, friends, the media, social media, all kinds of media coming at you. But you've been able to keep your focus and do the things that are important to put yourselves in a position to succeed. And those words, leadership, scholarship, service, character, those are wonderful words. And you should be very proud of yourselves for attaining this important distinction and joining a very exclusive club of the best and brightest across our nation. And you deserve these congratulations. I want to thank our teachers, our administrators, everybody in our school department who works so hard and cares for our children so deeply. I want to thank them for their work. I want to thank the parents and the families. I know this is a proud moment for you. I'm the dad of 4, and these moments are wonderful to be able to celebrate your children's accomplishments and to see them succeed. And I want to thank all of you for being here tonight to celebrate Students, you've put yourselves in a great position. You've done very well to get to this point. There is so much ahead of you, so much wonderful opportunities in front of you, and please always remember that the city of Peabody and all of us want nothing but the best for you. We want nothing but all of you reaching for your dreams and achieving everything that you can in life. Congratulations, great job.
Please welcome Dr. Levine, Interim Superintendent of Schools, to this evening's celebration.
Good evening. I'm not Dr. Levine, but he does send his greetings and congratulations. So I'm Karen Mertag, the Assistant Superintendent of Schools. Good evening, Mayor Betancourt, school committee members, city councilors, Mr. Buckley, Mrs. Maniatis, Mr. Kroll, Mr. Turallo, Ms. Wilmot, parents, teachers, family, friends, and most especially the National Honor Society inductees. Congratulations. Your teachers, your deans, your teachers, your guidance counselors, your principal, your families, and I are so proud of you and your accomplishments here at Peabody Veterans Memorial High School. Shortly, you will be hearing about the tenets of being a member of this prestigious group: scholarship, citizenship, leadership, character, service, all in which are qualities that you all possess as you sit before us. Each and every one of you have and can make a difference. Embrace every opportunity that comes your way. Continue to strive for excellence and always be kind. I look forward to seeing and hearing about the many great things you will be doing in the near future. Congratulations again. We're very proud of you.
We prepared a little joint speech, so we're going to read that now. Okay. National Honor Society is a group that focuses on three main activities: peer tutoring, in-school service, and out-of-school service. Our society is focused on helping equally in all three of these environments, with our members providing 5 hours of service in each category per quarter. This amounts to over 3,000 combined hours over the past year, which is incredible. What I'd first like to focus on is the peer tutoring aspect of our society. Every year, Peabody High School comes up with new ways to promote learning, and we believe that begins with student-to-student interaction. Throughout the year, students have had the opportunity to join NHS students in the library after school for free tutoring, and as a result have become better students.
Our service around the school isn't just limited to tutoring sessions. Some other things NHS students actively do include in helping teachers after school, collecting money during NHS fundraisers during first period, helping plan NHS events, giving parents directions to their children's classrooms on parent-teacher nights, and other services that have benefited the Peabody High School community. We have had collections to raise money for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, Boston Children's Hospital, Hurricane Relief, and the American Heart Association. Through our in-school collections where teachers and students have generously donated, we have raised $1,475 for these organizations.
Within our time as NHS members, we have done our part inside our school community, but we have also branched out to our surrounding city. Many of our members have served at Haven from Hunger, joined the Peabody Healthy Collaborative, and assisted at youth sports clinics, just to name a few. One of our biggest projects this year was our very own Nhs Yard Sale, where our members gathered together to sell items for a good cause. From this and an in-school collection, we raised $495 to benefit Boston Children's Hospital. Our current fundraiser is a blanket, paper towel, and dog and cat tour drive for Northeast Animal Shelter. Firsthand, many of our members have had the chance to visit the shelter and see the animals and make advertisements around the school promoting this great opportunity. Overall, each and every one of our members have committed themselves to be an integral part of NHS, showing the 4 pillars of what makes a great NHS member: scholarship, service, leadership, and character.
We'd now like to introduce Ms. Perry, NHS Faculty Advisor.
All right, thank you. All right, so good evening and welcome, parents, inductees, and National Honor Society students. That was a good job, guys. Congratulations to you all. You should be very proud of your accomplishments. The students of the George Peabody chapter of the National Honor Society serve as leaders within the Peabody High School school community and the Peabody community at large. The National Honor Society has a long-standing tradition of excellence at Peabody High School. NHS is often asked to lead the community service initiatives and represent the PVMHS students at various events throughout our community. We encourage our students to be well-rounded and continue involvement in PVMHS activities and the community as a whole. On behalf of the Faculty Council, I would like to express how very proud we are of you all. It is a wonderful opportunity for us as educators to be part of such an enthusiastic organization of student leaders. I look forward to working with all of you this year. I will now light the ceremonial candle of knowledge to begin the induction celebration.
Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school. In taking initiative in the classroom and in-school activities, the real leader strives to train and aid others to reach their common goals of success. The price of leadership is sacrifice, the willingness to yield one's personal interests for the interests of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. No matter what power and resources may exist in a school, community, or nation, they are ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed, thus, to lead is a meaningful and substantive charge to each of our members.
Service. Service can be established in the routine of the day's work where many opportunities arise to help others both at school and in the community. A willingness to work for the benefit of those in need without monetary compensation or public recognition is the quality we seek in our membership and promote for the entire student body. We are committed to volunteering our time and talents to the creation of a better tomorrow. Scholarship. Scholarship denotes a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours in reading and study, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn even when formal education has ended, for human education ends only with the end of life. Knowledge is one great element in life which leads to the highest success, and it can be acquired in only one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past, the torch guiding us to understand the present, and the light that illuminates the future. Candidates have the charge to continually expand their world through the opportunities inherent in scholarship.
Character. Character is the force within the individual that distinguishes each person from others. It creates for each of us our individuality, our goodness. It is that without which no one can respect oneself nor hope to obtain the respect of others. It is this force of character that guides one through life and, once developed, grows steadily within. Character is achieved and not received. It is the product of constant thought and action, the daily striving to make the right choice. The problem of character is the problem of self-control. We must be in reality what we wish to appear to others, to be rather than to seem. By demonstrating such qualities as respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, caring, and citizenship, we may hope to prove by example that we value character.
It is my pleasure to introduce to you this evening our guest speaker, Drew Russo. I have chosen Drew to be our guest speaker this evening as he firmly represents all 4 pillars of the National Honor Society: scholarship, service, leadership, and character. Drew has always valued his education and the opportunities that have come with it. He is the first in his family to complete a 4-year college degree. And I first met Drew at St. Michael's College, and at the time, we were not that much older than you. We were in some of the same political science and history classes. I was always struck by Drew's leadership qualities and his dedication to community service. Looking back, Drew was a natural leader, whether it was in class discussion or serving as our class president. He was always trying to bring people together. And he was a hard worker. While most students would spend their college spring break on the couch enjoying some downtime or on a beach somewhere warm, Drew chose to spend his time differently. He spent most of his spring breaks as a volunteer for various humanitarian causes in New York City, Baltimore, Selma, Alabama, and Haiti. Even at such a young age, Drew displayed a genuine dedication to make the world a better place. While serving as our class president, he was also a member of the Mobilization for Volunteer Efforts program. After graduation, he continued to pursue his passion for community service, serving a year as a Jesuit volunteer in Detroit, where he worked to coordinate a bag lunch program for the homeless. He came to New England, where he first worked as an area director for the Jesuit Volunteer Corps. He went on to fundraise for Youth Build USA, an outreach director for Congressman John Tierney, and currently executive director of Lynn Arts Historical Museum. Last summer, Drew was also featured on WCVB's Chronicle for his work at the Lynn Arts Historical Society. Currently, Drew is pursuing his political ambitions as a Democratic candidate for state representative for Lynn and Nahant, and is a native of Lynn. Please welcome Drew Russo as our guest speaker this evening.
Well, thank you very much, Mrs. Perry. And if I can return the compliment for a moment, I've always believed that the measure of whether or not you have goodness in yourself and in your life can be judged by the people that come into it, that you choose to surround yourself with. Shannon Perry is definitely one of those people for me, and I think that all of you here are very fortunate to have her as a teacher, someone I've known and respected and admired for a long time. It is also wonderful for me to be back here in the city of Peabody. I worked as the district outreach director for former Congressman John Tierney for several years. It's where I got to know Mayor Betancourt, who is a fantastic leader for this community. And I see to my right many friends, Mrs. Dunn, Mr. Arnottis, Mr. Amico, who became friends during that journey. So it is wonderful for me to be with all of you tonight. And I have to tell you, I feel a little bit weird coming up here and addressing a National Honor Society induction. You see, I was what one of my teachers at St. Mary's in Lynn deemed a classic underachiever. I got good grades in the subjects that I liked, and I skated in those that I didn't. My extracurricular activities always took precedence, often at the expense of extra studies in the subjects that I was not so fond of, like math and science. Though I eventually graduated with a healthy GPA and had the opportunity to attend a great college, St. Michael's, I always regretted not making NHS. And so I congratulate all of you on finding the right balance between your academics and your extracurricular activity. That was not an easy thing to do 20 years ago, and like the mayor said, with all of the distractions we have today, it certainly isn't easy now, and I think you all deserve a round of applause for that. Every single one of you is here tonight because you embody the values of NHS and NTHS: scholarship, service, leadership, character. These are values that will carry you through to the next phase of your life, to college and beyond. And I can expand on every single one of these, but I promise you that I won't, because nobody wants to hear a long speech, especially from a guy that you don't know. But I do feel as though I can offer some thoughts from an underachiever who's made some good on how to sustain the balance that you found in your lives. Be gentle with yourselves. Society is filled with pressure. Our phones constantly ping with the latest notifications from Snapchat and Instagram. We get texts at all hours of the day and night. There is an unending wave of demands on our time and attention. And try as we might, we can't do it all. And there's a tendency to punish ourselves for not always being on or perfect. Stop. Take a deep breath. And be sure to take time for yourself and the people you love. Be gentle with yourself and others. Folks are a lot more understanding than you might think. Show courage. We live in dramatic, confusing, even enraging times. I have been deeply moved by the number of people your age, even those not yet old enough to vote, who have put themselves forward because they want to see change in our society. The March for Our Lives a few weeks ago was evidence of that. Regardless of what you believe, it's important to have your voice heard. Some of our world's greatest social movements were led by young people. And so if you want to see change, get out there, lead, because we need you to move our society forward. And finally, know that you are special. And so is everybody else. My college experience was a very heady time, and I remember how heady it was in listening to that very generous introduction. While I'd finally found the balance I couldn't achieve in high school, I got great grades, was a student leader, even got named the outstanding male graduate at graduation. I was special. And then I went out into the world of work, and I couldn't skate on that for very long. I learned very quickly that there was a lot of competition out there, and I had to work harder, grow in maturity, and be flexible if I was going to be successful. We live in a world blessed with incredible people, and you are among them. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here tonight. But there are a lot of incredible people in this world, and as our networks grow beyond our own communities and our comfort zones, we need to offer more and more of ourselves and become people committed to serving others. By achieving induction into the National Honor Society, you are well on your way to leaving your own indelible impression on this world. You and your family should be so proud, and I know that this is only the first of many accomplishments that all of you will be celebrating together. I am so honored to have the opportunity to speak with you for a few moments tonight. Thank you for welcoming me to this ceremony, and congratulations to all of you on your induction into NHS and NTHS. Thank you very much.
Please welcome Full House once again.
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paperboy, the internet TV. Well, there's a TV show you've always had to see, with Bob Saget and John Stamos, internationally. Everywhere you look, everywhere you look, there's a heart, a hand to hold on to. Everywhere you look, everywhere. You're right, dude. That's right. And here at Peabody High School, we're the Tanners. Take it away, Joey.
We've been working on a medley, which is a collection of pieces usually with a central theme, and this is a Beatles medley, not the little bug gets squished, but the rock and roll group. And the medley, you're going to hear 3 tunes. Ultimately, we're working up 5, but tonight we're just going to share with you 3, the middle 3. And they are Drive My Car, In My Life, and Yellow Submarine. Now, this isn't a completely finished work, so it's going to end a little strange, but when you see them wave, that's the end. And if you want to applaud that, just applaud. You know it's over when they're waving at it. Oh, I forgot to mention that former piece had 2 soloists in it. You heard Honor Society inductee Bianca Baldessaro. And also Joey LeBlanc. All right, this features me on countdown.
Asked the girl what she wanted to be. She said, baby, can't you see? I want to be famous, a star of history. But you can do something in between. Baby, you can drive my car. Do, 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 do. Yes, I'm gonna be a star. Do, 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 do. Baby, you can drive my car. And maybe I love you. Told the girl that my prospects were good, and she said, baby, it's understood. Working for peanuts is all very fine, but I can show you a better time. Baby, you can drive my car. Do, 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 do. Yes, I'm gonna be a star. Do, 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 do. Baby, you can drive my car. And maybe I love you. Beep, 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 yeah. Oh, beep, 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 yeah. Oh, beep, 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 beep. There are places
Please welcome the new NHS president, Liddy Curcio.
Good evening. Mayor Betancourt, well, not Dr. Levine, but Dr. Levine, Ms. Murtagh, Mr. Buckley, Ms. Maniatis, Ms. Perry, friends, family, and National Honor Society students. I am honored to be speaking tonight in front of so many of my distinguished peers, and I am excited to lead our chapter and give back to the community that has given so much to all of us. As a group of students, we are some of the most hardworking, dedicated, and honest people that this school has to offer, and tonight is a culmination of all of our relentless efforts. Many students here have days that begin well before the sun comes up and end long after it goes down, with hours of studying, sports, work, extracurriculars, and maybe even a mental breakdown or two in between. Tonight, however, recognizes all that we have done here at our time at Peabody High. I am so excited to be able to integrate all of our unique leadership and creativity to establish a chapter of NHS that makes an impact on the community around us. Together, we will help to support so many great organizations such as the National Alliance on Mental Illnesses, the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, and the American Heart Association. I have high hopes for this NHS chapter, and I truly believe that as a group, we can make a profound impact. I look forward to the opportunity to work closely with all of you as we embark on this journey together. Thank you.
Thank you and congratulations, Liddy. Please welcome Mr. Kroll, A House Dean of Students, in recognition of the current members of NHS.
Thank you. Jason Salona. Diana Ruggiero. Madison Conrad. Alyssa Anisi. William Aylward. Emily Basilar. Courtney Ball. Nuno Bazarian. Chrisley Bichiku. Shane Braz. Erica Budaleri. Vanessa Charles. Bianca Schwinard. Kayla Connolly. Allison Cormier. Ryan Cormier. Monica Correa. Kirsten Crow. Ryan DeLeva. Eric DeMeo. Rebecca Dunn. Faustina Ejiofor. Gabriella Frangillo. Janine Goggin. Jacob Gustin. Angela Gattadaro. Jack Hamill. Jacob Irvine. Micaiah Jones. Julia Kirby. Elisa Cola. Callista Kozlowski. Marilyn, oh, that's a tough one. Mallory LeBlanc. That wasn't so tough. Ryan Lamole. Ann Manning. Ava Murata. Erin Moline. Talia Molly. Gabrielle Morton. Evan Mullen. Lauren Nadeau. John Najjar. Emily Nelson. Katie Purcell. Jennifer Puzo. Angelo Ripa. Isabella Rosa. George Rucci. Nicole Ruggiero. Andy Mae Sims. Alan Solomon. Nicole Thomas. Abigail Tringali. Thank you.
Please welcome Ms. Maniatis, Assistant Principal, to the podium. Ms. Maniatis will read the names of the new NHS candidates.
Elizabeth Corseo. Samantha Wallace. Rachel Gray. Haley Monies. Sarah Anderson. Megan Ailes. Bianca Baldessaro. Diana Barr. Alexandra Barrett. Christopher Bellevue. Abigail Berraby. Alessandra Betancourt. Kozlov Bienemy. Cindy Burko. Gabrielle Borges. Megan Bresnahan. Sophia Brunette. Edward Campbell. Jason Canuel. Jonathan Carpenter. Emily Simon. Rachel Coleman. Tatiana Correa. Tiana Daw. Jennifer DiGiulio. Sarah Ennis. Alexa Flewelling. Audrey Gabriel. Brittany Gaudette. Caitlin Gorman. Alex Holden. Leah Mae Hubitz. Kelsey Irvin. Erin Kidd. Emily Kirby. Martina Cott. Andrew L'Italian. Sarah Lake. Andrew Langley. Sydney LeBlanc. Victoria Lombardi. Catherine Manning. William Manning. Vanessa Materano. Gisardi Mendoza. James Nguyen. Shannon O'Connell. Dolly Patel. Janelle Richard. Claudio Rocha. Litzy Rodriguez. Christina Rosignol. Kevin Santos. Jenna Sousa. Brandon Squibb. Michael Tanzi. Marlena Winchell. Sophia Winchell. Jack Woods. Congratulations.
I will now lead the new members in the NHS Pledge. I pledge to uphold the high purpose of the National Honor Society to which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. I will be loyal to my school and will maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. Please welcome Ms. Wilmot, C-House Dean of Students. Ms. Wilmot will honor the National Technical High School students with the presentation of certificates.
Thank you. Good evening. And the inductees for the National Technical Honor Society are Calvin Anton, Troy Capos, Madison Couture, Leah Dang, Allison Dewsnap, Catherine DiGiulio, Lily Hart, Aiden Kelleher, Olivia Kilbride, Chantel Mendonca, Gisady Mendoza, Olivia O'Fury. Molly Staunton. And Caitlin Voisin. Congratulations to all.
Please welcome Catherine DeJulio and Lily Hart to lead the NTHS Pledge.
As a member of National Technical Honor Society, I pledge to maintain the highest standards of personal conduct. I will apply myself to continue a record of scholastic achievement, and I will strive for excellence in all aspects of my career.
I will invest my talents, my skills, and my knowledge in a career of my own choosing. And shall always endeavor to uphold my obligations as a citizen of my community and my country.
Please blow out your candles and return to your seats. Will the new NHS officers please come up for the installation of the new officers portion of the ceremony?
Mr. Tarallo will now read the names of the old officers and the new officers of the National Honor Society.
Our outgoing vice president is Madison Conrad. Our outgoing treasurer, co-president, Jason Salona. Our outgoing secretary and co-president, Deanna Ruggiero. Our new president is Elizabeth Liddy She's my student. It's okay. Curcio. Our new vice president is Samantha Wallace. Our new treasurer is Rachel Gray. And our new secretary is Haley Monies. Congratulations.
If parents would like to take pictures of the officers, and then Mr. Buckley will close the ceremony.
So there's at least 3 pictures out there, so I'm sure it'll make it through the social media piece. This concludes our ceremony. This was a very nice night. It's one of our favorite nights of the year because not only is it quick, but it also starts to kick off the end of our seniors in their year. So we finished up our third quarter just last week, and we're into our fourth quarter now. I'd like to thank Mr. Russo, who is here as our guest speaker, and Mayor Betancourt, and all our dignitaries from the school committee and City Council. Thank you for being here this evening. And to our students, you do a great job here, and I know that it's a lot of work and there's a lot of pressure on you at a lot of different times. And I think, I forget who said it, but yeah, there are some serious breakdowns at sometimes too, I'm sure, late at night when you're getting home at 10 o'clock and then, you're thinking about getting up at, well, probably 5 minutes of 7, but the bell rings and then we see them. So anyways, just, again, we recognize that you work hard. If you ever need anything from us, we're here. But parents, you should be very proud of whoever is here tonight, for you. Make sure, again, that you thank them. This is a nice evening, and I'd like to thank all my colleagues that are here. We have light refreshments outside in the auditorium, and we'll talk to you then. Thank you.